This is something that nobody talks about, but it's important and it's real. The pain that comes with being single, years and years and years and years, is deep. You know, no matter if you are successful, beautiful, super fit, super rich, have everything in the world, have so many friends, have been traveling all over the world, you know, like, look at me, I'm single and happy. Yeah, you can be. But with it comes a pain of not being witnessed. Comes a pain where you wake up every day and you have to give yourself all the love, all the motivation, all the yalla, let's go do it. It's not easy, and nobody talks about how we feel inside when years and years and years and years and years pass by and you're actually just still single because, I don't know, because of what? So many reasons.
Winter's here. The layoffs are coming hard and fast. Not only in the US, but in Canada, UK, all around the world, my friends. I've been warning you all, especially you ladies, that winter is coming. You say you don't need a man, you're gonna work on your job, and you're a boss, be blah, 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 blah. My job, the job first. Well, what happens when the job divorces you? Your job is less loyal to you than a man is. But for some reason, feminism have taught you this BS that you work hard, go to college, and get a good job, thinking that job will never, ever freaking treat you any worse than a man. Whoo! Now you're waking up. Hit that like button, my friend.
Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushai, Brakata Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. This is another video, you know, to going in on you. These women right now, these women are catching hell, you know, and their benefits is going out the window. A lot of their jobs, you know, that whole woman's liberation is going out the toilet, right? And this is a video I saw. Someone sent me this video, and this guy's his YouTube is Ask an Older Man. He has some good videos. I think he's a Benjamite. I think he's West Indian. And he goes in on the woman. You know that these women are you know, these women are gonna go down hard, man, right? Because, you know, that whole society that Esau has set up, you know, with women's liberation, women be able to work, you know, woman independence, you know, that was all an illusion, you know. So I'm gonna play this and then get some scripture. So let's continue to play.
This is going to be another wake-up call. I thought I'd take a little excerpt from one of these female channels. What's this one called? This one is called Virtuous Woman 1969. And it seems to be a woman who don't want to show her face. But I listened to this excerpt and I just thought it was brilliant because, hey, it's a woman that has woken up. Let's have a quick listen.
Today, we're diving into something that the late Kevin Samuels warned everyone about years ago. Winter is coming. And now that warning has officially become reality. The economy is tightening, layoffs are rising, benefits are being cut, and the illusion of independence is starting to crack wide open. For years, many women, especially those embracing the boss chick and I don't need a man mindset, dismissed his message as harsh, outdated, or misogynistic. But as the world shifts, his words are starting to sound less like criticism and more like prophecy. What we're seeing now is a perfect storm. Financial instability, emotional burnout, and social isolation all colliding at once. Women who once prided themselves on doing it all alone are realizing that independence without stability isn't strength, it's struggle. The glamorous lifestyles once flaunted online are fading fast, replaced by quiet desperation and hard choices. Kevin Samuels didn't predict doom. He predicted accountability, and the winter he spoke of is the moment when reality can no longer be ignored.
Yeah. So this is a video. This is another channel, Virtuous Woman 1969, which she's a woman that's basically going in on these modern day women. That whole I'm a boss. I'm my own boss. I'm a boss, bitch, and all that. She basically, like, she's cutting that, that whole feminist way of life, which she's good. She doesn't show her face, but she goes in on these women, man. So let's continue to play. There's an ad. So.
This whole. Ooh, I thought that was just powerful. It wasn't only Mr. Kevin Samuels that identified this. Many other male channels identified this shit. But you can't tell a woman anything because every woman thinks that we're only telling them that to scare them into running to men. But now they're on TikTok crying.
I am tired of the amount of gaslighting us single people have to go through. Because let's be honest, a lot of the things that our friends in relationships can get for free, we have to pay for. And there's no amount of self-love or therapy that can kind of circumvent the frustration that being single is very expensive. Because if, an example, I am sick, I don't have anyone who can cook for me. My friend can ask her boyfriend to cook for her. I have to DoorDash something. If I need help moving something in my house, I need to go find someone and pay that person to come over and move it. Well, my friend can just ask her partner. And all those things just add up. If you lose your job, you have someone who can help you with rent.
Yeah, so this whole illusion what Esau has set up, because these women are supposed to be married at a certain age, right, and then have children. Right, but Esau has it up where, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna go to college or university, then I'm gonna become a boss. I'm gonna make a six salary. I'm gonna make a like 6-figure income. Like that's their goal. To make a lot of money, to make 6 figures and up. But a lot of these women are losing their jobs, or they're on they're paying student loan debt. They're in total debt, right? So they can't even get a job. They have to work at McDonald's. They gotta work work at some shitty job, and they're not even working. Like, they're not even working in their field, what they're studying. So this so this whole way of life is going on the window. So I'm gonna get some scriptures. All right, Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. So these women are going to be single. That's why the Isaiah 4:1 is going to be coming, because a lot of these women, they're going to be coming. They're going to be wanting to find the man of the Lord, right? And we're going to be very choosy. We're going to be very selective as to who we're going to mate with and who we're going to bond with, because a lot of these women, they have demons on them, man. So you have to be, so I'm going to be very picky and choosy as to which woman is gonna come at my doorstep. I'm gonna be very, very choosy, very selective. So many days and years shall I be troubled, ye careless woman, for the vintage shall fail. So their jobs, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Tremble, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Right, and these women are going to be in mourning. They're in mourning right now. They're living off of their credit card. They're on their they're struggling to pay bills. And that's what's happening. People are broke. And a lot of these women, right, and they have to. A lot of them, they're moving back in with their parents. Or they might be sleeping in their car. They might be they might be at shelter. Yeah, like they might be at the shelter. You know. So a lot of things is happening, man. Tremble, you women that are ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare. Gird sackcloth upon your loin. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. So the teats is their benefits, right? That they're not gonna receive their benefits anymore. You know. So everything was going on, it's all prophecy, man. And that whole woman's liberation is going out the window. It's going down the toilet. It's going down the toilet, man. It's like, yeah. Compass. Yeah, so Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So in all of history, we're in the situation where these women are over us. These women are over men, right? And it was never like that in the history of mankind. It was never like that, So I'm gonna continue play this. Let's play it.
Can help you with rent. If you are having like financial trouble or health trouble, you now need to like disclose that to your family or friends, which might be embarrassing, or you can tell your one husband or your wife to help you through that. It is so frustrating to have to go through so many things alone and make these really big decisions, hard decisions completely by myself. I have my friends, I have my family, I love them, I can lean on them, but maybe I don't want to tell them all about my finances.
So hit that like button, my friends. Hit that like button. Help.
Yeah, so these women they're really supposed to, be married off from a young age, but this is a backward ass society, man. To demasculinize men, and mainly the black men, right? To make us demasculine, man. That these women are over us, right? These women, that these like that the average man's testosterone is at a very low, because Esau's push, he's putting things with, like drinking plastic cups, different foods, where it creates estrogen, it's all set up, man. Esau set up this whole thing, man, to make our men weak, mainly the so-called black men, man. So let's continue play this.
Brother out by subscribing. Please, I would love to hit 250,000 subs in the next 2 weeks or so.
Force treats you like you're replaceable.
Because
to give so much of yourself.
Video can be pushed out to more and more people. So let's listen to this young lady that has been going viral on TikTok, because she's not afraid to say the hard part out loud.
I'm one of the over 300,000 black women who've been let go from the workforce. I am
300,000 black women in America right now being let go. Right? So that whole independent, I'm independent, I don't need a man. Right? Now they need, now they wanna, deal with, the so-called black man, but the black man not really dealing with them, because, the so-called black man is passport bros. They're dealing with the other nation woman. They don't really, Jake's not, dealing with the so-called black woman, right? And it's all prophecy. Well, let's continue to play this.
I'm one of the over 300,000 black women who've been let go from the workforce. I am now a statistic. And it hurts. It hurts to know that after all the degrees I have two, the experience, the dedication, the good work, none of it made me safe. I've been spending my life savings just to survive, paying bills late, stretching groceries, trying to maintain the life I had before this, but it's draining, it's humiliating, and most of all, it's lonely. People always talk about how the workforce treats you like you're replaceable.
Yeah, so these women, they have to turn back, to the Heavenly Father, right? And they have to find a man in the Lord, right? They have to humble themselves. But are these women gonna humble themselves? No, they're not, right? And that's why the scripture says in Micah, I believe 7 and 10. Micah 7 verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which say unto me, where the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, so now shall she be trodden down at the mire of the streets. Right? So, like they never acknowledge, us Israelite men. They see us out there on highways and byways, we're making our videos. They walk by, drive by, they see our videos, and they scoff and say, "Oh, like these guys are wasting their time." Right? Go get a job. You're like you're like what do they call it? You're dusky. You're dusky. Like that's what they, you know, so so the Lord is gonna bring judgment on the so-called black woman, man, because they're not humbling themselves. They're not like they're not moderate, or sorry, like they're not modest, right? Like these women are out there. They're selling themselves. They're on OnlyFans, all these different social media, selling themselves on the damn internet. And that whole way of life, is going down the toilet, man. And yeah. So let's continue to play this.
People always talk about how the workforce treats you like you're replaceable, but to truly experience it, that's a whole different level of pain. To give so much of yourself, your time and energy, just to be tossed away like you're nothing, it eats at you. It eats at
you. Yeah, because Daddy Esau, he doesn't have no need of you anymore. Like Daddy Esau, aka the serpent, he doesn't have no need of you. Right? So yeah. So you're down and out now. Now you want to go back and say, "Oh, where's the black man? I need me a black man." But Jake's not, Jake's tired of you, man. You
until you start to question if you ever really mattered in the first place.
Yeah. Which one's better now? A man who loves you or a company who don't give a shit about you? They don't care about your degrees. Your degrees ain't gonna save your ass right now. You ladies gotta wake the hell up. And the problem is most men are not prepared to bail you out simply because men know that the only reason you want him at this point is because you are in a desperate spot.
Yeah, exactly. Like right now, like I'm going through a situation like that right now, and like I have a couple girls try to like holler at me, but I'm very selective as to who I have around me, because these women are fucking manipulative. They'll have nothing to bring to the table. Like, do you know how to cook? Do you know how to clean? Do you know how to sew? Do you know how to do these things as a woman? Right? So 1 Timothy 2:9. 1 second. 1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearl. So these women are like, they're supposed to be modest. They're supposed to be covered up. They're not supposed to be wearing no pants, right? So you so-called Israelite woman, you have to, conduct yourself like as a woman from the East. Being modest, wearing proper clothing, not wearing skimpy shit. So this place it has to go, man, because these women don't even know how to serve men. These women are just like the only thing that they have is their box. They have nothing else to bring to the table. But with cometh woman professing godliness, like with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Right? So these women are supposed to be subject, that they're not supposed to speak, like they're not supposed to be on that they're not supposed to be that no woman pastors, that they're not supposed to be any woman, going on YouTube, like calling them a prophetess and so-called like prophesy. Like you're supposed to teach her, like you're supposed to go onto your husband, and your husband's supposed to teach you, you know. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence. So yeah, that's it. You're a woman, so as a woman, like like your job is to be a servant unto their man, have like bear children, right? And that's it. Bear children and be a helpmate, be a proper helpmate. For Adam was first formed in Eve, but Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. So Eve was the first one, to transgress, because she followed the serpent, and the serpent taught her, all kind of things, and basically that's when Adam fell, because he started learning from the woman, and basically he became a simple. He became simple, man. Right, and that's why the Lord, he cast us out of the garden, right? So let's continue play this.
And a lot of you are underwater. Massive student loan debt. 2 degrees and no job. Yeah, no man wants to put his... Why would he invest in you? You're overweight, septum ring, you got 2 degrees, you had an attitude, and now you're bitter as hell because your job deserted you. Whew. No. It's hard to come back from that. You need to go and lose some weight, get to the gym. If you can't afford the gym, you better start using that park. Start running. You don't have to waste money on food.
Yeah, because these women, they're overweight. They don't want to go to the gym. They don't want to do like they don't want to take care of themselves. They want to go to McDonald's, buy all this fast food, become obese. At least not Eve. The so-called the nation that Esau or these other nation women, that they go jogging, they run, they're very active. They live a active lifestyle, right? And it shows, right? But with our women, they like to drink, smoke weed. They don't. They're just sloppy. Our women are sloppy, man.
That it could be a lot of days where you could be fasting, working out, burning some of that fat off, being nice to a guy here or there. Get your shit together and realize that you screwed up. Life is not a rehearsal, my friend.
This is the reality for a lot of Americans right now, and it needs to be. I got laid off from my corporate job yesterday. And I think that this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now, and it needs to be shared because America is not doing well right now. We have a 94% prediction rate that the recession is going to come, but yet our freaking administration hasn't even made the move to actually say that a recession is coming. And let's actually call it what it is, a depression. People can't afford groceries, they can't afford rent, they can't afford buying houses, they can't afford having babies, they can't afford having the kids in general if they already have them. We are not in a good spot, y'all. I know that I'm just a number in a company, but I thought I was okay. You're going to think that you're okay because you've worked there for so long or you have the right experience. Like, you guys, I have an undergraduate.
Yeah, Isaiah 4:1 is coming, right? And it's going to be so bad, right? Because something's going to kick off where, that these women, they're going to be shaken up. There's going to be some sort of event that's going to make these women submit, right? Because it's going to be so bad. There's going to be civil war, chaos, martial law, right? With its whole universal basic. There's going to be so much thing happening at once, right? So these women, a lot of these women are going to try to come after the man of the Lord. So Isaiah 4:1, in that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us let us all marry you. We 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 provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. So yeah, 'cause a lot of when they're in their 30s, they have no children, or in their 40s, no children, right? So man, so these, this whole women's liberation, this whole women's liberation, is it's coming to an end. That woman liberation coming to an end, man. And these women are gonna be trying to find real men, real alpha men, right?
Experience. Like, you guys, I have an undergraduate in marketing, a master's in business, 6 years of paid social media experience, both on a strategist and manager level. I have done people management for at least 3 years. I'm a senior level in my career.
And that day, those like we have them as concubines. If she's a Edomite,
Yet, when I was hired to do a senior level role, I was forced into entry level positions. I was doing entry level work as a senior level strategist, all while at the same time being asked to reduce my workload with AI, and our team was having layoffs every 3 months. I should have seen it coming. I really should.
They don't need you no more because AI is doing all the jobs. So these women, they're all the job, and the men too, right? Because everything is going AI. They don't need you anymore. They don't need humans, right? That which is a demon that Esau has summoned, man. And their whole NWO agenda, they have this whole 2030 agenda, and basically they want to depopulate and bring in this new system.
But the thing is that it was not something that I saw coming. Because the day before that they laid me off, I was literally talking coverage plans with another employee who was going on leave for months. How am I supposed to sit there and not think that I'm safe in that moment? I just think
it's... Woman, start learning, how to sew, how to cook, how to be as a proper maid, know how to, know how to please their man, because it's gonna get rough. It's gonna get rough, for you woman, man. It's gonna get very rough, right? And you have to submit. Right? And yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous that we live in a world like this where my manager wasn't even the one that fired me, by the way, or laid me off. It was freaking HR, and they read off a script. But my whole team got laid off. And this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now. My partner is a first responder, so I'm very lucky for the fact that I can be leaning on him for support right now, because luckily his job is secure, thanks to the fact that, number one, his job is essential, and number two, he has a union behind him. What I will never understand is why corporate agencies have not unionized.
That's bullshit. It's not gonna happen. Here's the issue, lady. You are smart enough to have a partner to lean on. You are the perfect example of what I'm trying to explain to women.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah, it says you wanna, because these women, they have to find a proper helpmate, right? But these women that are single, it's gonna be very rough, right? It says two better. Ecclesiastes 4:9 says, 2 are better than 1 because they have good report, because they both have good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe unto him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him, right? So so at least that woman, she has a boyfriend or husband, right, and they work together. But a lot of these women are just single, and they don't have a proper man to help them or assist them, right? So that these women are gonna wanna, that Isaiah 4:1, that these women are gonna are going to come flocking, after the man of the Lord, Cause it's getting serious, man. It's getting serious out here. I'm gonna share this link in the description. So with that, let us all praise due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash, the one is the apostle of great milestone, peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.